the other. He choked out. Was it Josh Matthews with the tie, and he got fired for that shit. That and spitting in John Cena's face. The NBC executives saw it and said, "Yo, you got to pull that guy. We don't like that. You can't do that on this shit, man. It's fucked up." And yeah, Daniel Bryan he got pulled and fired from WWE on some badass shit. So I don't know how he brought him back in as a nerd and pushing him as a nerd and having the announcers call him a nerd. And I'm like, wouldn't he just go over there and choke his ass out with the tie and get fired again, and then come back to SummerSlam and eliminate 2 or 3 Nexus fucking members or some shit? Like, he came in there and I don't know. But I guess that's how they were trying to do it, because I think maybe when he first came in, he still didn't get a pop. Maybe he just isn't over. I think, yeah, bad enough. Don't get it twisted. I think Daniel Bryan isn't over. I'm sorry. If I just wasn't over and nothing was working, I'd quit before I hurt myself and kept just being in the business hurting myself and maybe even hurting companies just to prop my bullshit up. Like Matt Hardy. Look at Matt Hardy. I was trying to get Don Tony to talk about that, but I don't think anybody's really mentioning that. I wish people would. Yo, Matt Hardy is so fucking ignored in the whole Jeff Jarrett and the whole Jeff Hardy thing, that if I even noticed that I think Mason Ryan hit Randy Orton with the side effect. If you notice that, he hit the side effect on John Cena, like a side effect kind of move. Like, nobody gives a fuck about Matt Hardy, to the point where Matt Hardy actually came to the ring fucked up. I mean, he didn't need as much help as Jeff Hardy did, because I heard Jeff Hardy was so fucked up that they had to help him just to get to the ramp so he could come out, you know what I'm saying, down the entrance. I mean, and they had to help him up to the ramp in the backstage area. Bad enough, yeah, he came. I said, he's high. I called that shit in the air, and I even waited and to let the reports come out, because I didn't want to be an asshole and put it out and come to find out I was wrong. The funny thing is, if you look, you will still see people who fucking dick ride fucking TNA so fucking bad. There are people actually saying, and I got banned from a chat room because somebody said, no, it's a work. Controversy creates cash. I'm like, you fucking stupid motherfucker. Why would having the fans chant bullshit and ending a pay-per-view early create cash, when you could ask Alex? We heard that motherfucker in the chat, and first thing he was saying was, yo, I'm never gonna order another TNA pay-per-view again. I got ripped off. Why would you end the pay-per-view early and rob fans to create how the fuck would that create money? So was it ABG? This cat I'm gonna put the site up maybe on the I guess the, what should I call it? Not the synopsis. My shit ain't deep like Don Tony, not yet. It's more, maybe looks like a reference to people who I was talking to, and you can go to the site and see it for yourself. But yeah, it was JC from Wrestling. It was one of those XAT that channels, Wrestling HD1. But yeah, it's like he was kicked me out the room and said that was a work shoot. And that, yeah, and he loves TNA. He still, wears his TNA pajamas when he goes to fuck to sleep. And I'm like, wow, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But what else? Oh, speaking of stuff that I called, and whatchamacallit, I was in the chat when I was saying that, yeah, Snooki's gonna be on Monday Night Raw. And there are people who actually, and the TNA fans who are like, oh, they're just copying off of TNA. And I'm thinking, because first of all, watch WWE, smartass. Use that shit use Snooki 10 times better than they used JWoww and Angelina. And come to find out, they spent, I was there listening to Don Tony say that shit, they spent $22,000 on the Jersey Shore angle, I think, just to bring them both in, and it bombed. As a matter of fact, the Angelina segment on this last week's TNA Impact was the lowest rating, the lowest rated segment of the show. So they pretty much, as supposed, and Snooki got over on Raw. Snooki got a pop. If it came down to that's what it really should come down to. I really just want to see Snooki versus Vicky. That's all. Take Dolph out of there. Have him in his own match because it's a shame you're not gonna have him caught up in a with Trish and Snooki. Oh, wait. Yeah. John Jomo is gonna be in there with Trish and Snooki, and I think it's like I think Michelle McCool, Vicky, and yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. As a matter of fact, what are the matches gonna be? Because they're not gonna have the money in the bank. So if WWE is smart, I was really hoping that they would just take the time to really just push some people who deserve to just simply have a good match. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, everybody. If Jerry the King Lawler is finally gonna have a WrestleMania match, then what the fuck? Evan Bourne should have a WWE a WrestleMania match. Jomo should have a singles. I mean, Jerry the King Lawler is gonna. The fact that they really been pushing Jerry the King Lawler and just. As a matter of fact, no, I should have put this in the notes, but I definitely wanted to talk about it. I want to talk about Triple H. How Triple H is pushing for an overhaul of the FCW Florida Championship Wrestling Development territory, and how it's too late. Look at your shit. First of all, Triple H has held down so many damn people, in my opinion. Maybe I don't know for sure, but you gotta be kidding me. When he had the belt, it was him, Randy Orton, Goldberg, Kane, for like 5 minutes, with Batista, and that was about it. I mean, how many people really had the World Heavyweight title besides Triple H when he had it? When Raw was on Spike TV. I mean, that's some bullshit. Like, he was saying how they need to have I think he wants Jim Ross to scout talent like he used to, and it's didn't your father-in-law pull like some kind of like a whole Chevy truck out of his asshole in some storyline? Like, yo, what the fuck respect y'all got? Y'all won't even put Jim Ross on TV, and he pops. I don't give a fuck what's wrong with him. He has something. If that thing kicks in, then take him off for like whatever. But in the meantime, if he's popping, bring him back. It doesn't make any sense, man. They fucking up on WWE hard body. Matter of fact, fucking up. What the fuck was that? Trish. Yeah, yo, Trish and Vicky. If you were gonna bring back Trish Stratus after all these years, as bad as we need Diva Wrestling, why would you have her going in there against Vicky Guerrero and having her just? I think like the high spot of the match was Vicky getting spanked with her own sneaker. If you want to call that shit a high spot, you know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. I don't know what the hell was going on over there, man. And then funny thing, what the hell happened? Brian Lawler, Jerry the King Lawler's son, coming out. The main reason why the Miz going up against Jerry the King Lawler looked funny as hell because the Miz was pretty much doing Brian Lawler's old finishing move, the skull crushing skull crushing finale. That was whatchamacallit's move. That was Brian Lawler, Scotty Grandmaster Sexy's move. Like if you play No Mercy, that's his finishing move on there. Bad enough, I think even like the very intro of the game, you see him hitting the move on somebody. I think he's hitting that shit. He's Scotty Too Hot. He's hitting the skull crushing finale on Dean Malenko in the intro to WWF No Mercy. So it's like that's funny how you can see Jerry the King Lawler is pretty much getting hit by his son's move for the WWE Championship. And what the fuck else? Oh yeah, how All right, it's one thing like for wrestling fans. You know, wrestling fans you know, so some of them have good memories of certain music and certain, you know, what I mean, certain people. I think, all right, Scotty Too Hotty, Grandmaster Sexy came out and got no fucking pop at all. Did that long ass fucked up dance. First of all, it looked like it. He looked fat and blonde. He looked like Dusty Rhodes got AIDS. Word is born, yo. He looked like Dusty Rhodes if he fucking turned vegan 3 months ago. Like this, that shit looked crazy. But the main problem with him coming down was the fact that he didn't come down to the Too Cool music. He didn't come. He came down. He came down to Scotty Too Hotty's music when he became a singles, pretty much a jobber. When Scotty started doing, I think Velocity. I think Scotty he pretty much used the music that Scotty used on Velocity, damn near. So it wasn't. They weren't gonna pop for that shit like if it was Too Cool. It wasn't Too Cool coming out. It was Scotty Too Hotty. Matter of fact, seeing that music, seeing that music, and Sky and Grandmaster Sexy coming out with fucking blonde hair, it looked like a fat Scotty Too Hotty. That's why I keep saying Scotty Too Hotty, because he looked like Scotty Too Hotty, like a fat, like Scott, like fat ass, too fat ass to do the worm. And he got, I don't know, but yeah, he just, that shit was terrible, man. That was the absolute shits. The fact that they really aren't this. They need to get rid of these fucking writers. Writers aren't bookers. If you're not smart to the business, if you don't know heat or a good angle or how to book matches, I don't give a fuck how many operas you wrote. I don't care if you want an Oscar for you know what I'm saying, teleplay. Like, I don't give a shit. It doesn't help. It's not helping. It's bullshit. It's horrible, man. You got people who wrote poems is some bullshit. You wrote an award-winning poem or whatever. The writers that they have in WWE aren't experienced in the business. They're pretty much brought in from Hollywood and don't know shit about an angle, about drawing a crowd, about the business, about putting some ass in the seats. And the business is suffering for that shit. No, it's fucking awful, man. I hit a blunt, but it's my bad. Yeah, I'm kind of up late. I thought I can do this after Don Tony goes off. You know, so I kind of wanted to just. I was writing my notes to talking over what he was talking about. I'm doing my notes and shit. Now if I get my notes shot right here. I think I'm gonna edit out me smoking. Yeah, I better edit out me smoking. Oh shit. But what was I talking about? Writers. Thailand writers and shit. Yeah, because they don't have any angles going into and for Mania. It's like they mainly just building off, or they're pretty much just building angles off of like obvious heat. Like, yeah, Michael Cole is probably like the biggest heel on Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, it kind of helped that he was doing the and I quote, but he doesn't even need and I quote. He could pretty much he's enough of a heel that they pretty much have Jerry the King Lawler doing the Raw GM emails, because in a way you kind of got to give attention to Jerry the King. I don't know, but I think it's because everybody wants to know what the hell was it gonna be like between Cole and King on Raw, but they really brought. Oh yeah, John Cena. Yeah, John Cena, you got fucking clown, man. That shit was awful. I was bugging off all the kids, the silence. It was the fact that they weren't even booing for that shit. It's like they really, like, and to have him like slam him into the WWE sign and all that. To me, it was symbolic. It was the fact that, like, They damn near have to have him. You pretty much is bringing down the whole company by making